So the 55 will become the 56 next season. The key statistic in this matchup is that whoever has scored first has won the last 16 of 18 meetings between these two in-state rivals, and lining the streets just to get their hands on some of this great food. We've got barbecue chicken, smoothies, barbecue ribs, fried shrimp, and even fried crab legs. With the growing popularity of cold weather sports like snowboarding in warm weather climates like California, Curtis Pulley accounts for 230 yards of the Rattlers' 410 rushing yards.
Nobody had world-class speed who could play wide receiver and actually catch the ball and end up scoring more than 70 touchdowns.
It was that combination of speed and good hands that earned Bob Hayes a spot in the NFL Hall of Fame.
Hayes, Florida A&M, wide receiver, 10 years a Dallas Cowboy, 1 year a 49er, won a pair of gold medals in the 1964 Olympic Games.
On Saturday, Martin became the oldest pole winner in the long history of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Mark jokes that it's not often he's called young. Martin has never won at this track. Green flag for him and outside pole setter Juan Pablo Montoya. Everybody taking it easy into turn 1. However, on turn 4, Elliott Sadler leaking fluids and Robbie Gordon finds them. This would bring out the first caution before the first lap.
Either you can write the book or you can read the book.
Marcus Magruder is now writing the next chapter to his story. Pit Row, the former Wake Forest cornerback, is now training to become a professional tire changer for NASCAR. Though he didn't know much about the sport, Magruder looks forward to this second chance at going pro.
Being an athlete is, I feel, nothing but blessed and honored to be in a situation once again that I'm allowed the opportunity to go professional in something, in a sport that excites me.
And he's not the only former college athlete making the jump from the turf to the track. Dion Williams, a former Wake Forest linebacker, thought his career was over after several head injuries. Now he's winning Sprint Cup races as a tire carrier for Mark Martin.
Just having the opportunity to still be a professional athlete in another sport that you never knew existed or paid attention to, you know, it made that transition a whole lot easier.
This second chance is becoming a reality for former college athletes through the Drive for Diversity Crew Development Program, a NASCAR initiative that began back in 2004 to train minorities and women for a pit crew career. But getting into the program is just the first stop. To make it to the professional level, these athletes have to get it done in an average of 13 seconds. But that pressure is something these former college players are used to.
This is a high-pressure job, being in the fact that a mistake could win or lose a race, and being that a lot of these athletes are used to that situation. They're used to playing in front of crowds. They're used to being pushed to their max. They're used to being yelled at. They're used to being told they can. You see what I'm saying? It's just that coming into a sport like this just makes that a whole lot easier.
For Marcus Magruder, his story as a pro athlete is just beginning. In Huntersville, North Carolina, Erica Anderson reporting. A packed stadium and a movie star for one of the biggest games this season as the Florida State Seminoles took on the number 25 ranked Wake Forest Demon Deacons. But all the hype was silenced as the Seminoles fell 12-3 in the league opener.
Wake played great. They didn't make mistakes, and we did, and that's what cost us the game.
Ponders got the start for the Seminoles, completing 6 of 18 passes. But with just under 4 minutes in the game, the Seminoles found themselves trailing the Deacons 3-0 after a Wake Forest field goal. And that score stood going into the half. The defense continued to hold its ground through the third, and they would get some help thanks to the foot of Graham Gano. Gano kicked a 37-yard field goal to put 3 points on the board for the Seminoles. But it wasn't enough. The first half turnovers continue to plague Florida State.
Self-inflicted wounds and cost ourselves and had to take some chances and had some guys who weren't ready for that situation.
We just can't turn the ball over in penalties. That's killed us.
Richardson's presence at quarterback sparked the Seminoles, but penalties pushed the Seminoles back. With the added pressure, the young quarterback showed his youth with 2 big interceptions that put the comeback out of reach. Wake Forest's kicker Sam Swank was the only Deacon to score with 4 field goals. Despite the loss, Florida State head coach Bobby Bowden says tonight's problems can all be fixed.
Execution can be improved. cutting out penalties can be improved.
In Tallahassee, I'm Erica Anderson reporting for News 20 at 5. Mattoon softball is riding the green wave all the way to the state championship game after a dramatic come-from-behind 6-5 victory in this morning's semifinal matchup.
This is a team effort. This is not just about a pitcher or a hitter or any one thing. It took the group coming together to do the job.
So we just came together as a team more and lifted everybody up as a team.
Frank helped lift her team by smacking a 2-run shot to the left field bleachers in the top of the 7th to bring the Wave within 1 run of tying the game. Then it was pinch hitter Kelly Cohn's turn. She hit a soft grounder that tied the game at 5.
I was really anxious to hit. I've been wanting to hit all game. It's situations like these that I like to get in.
But Mattoon wasn't satisfied with the tie. With 2 outs in the top of the 7th, Michelle Glenn stepped to the plate and muscled a single to knock in what proved to be the game's winning run.
I knew that I had to make contact there and put our team ahead.
For the Green Wave, the comeback felt magical.
It was breathtaking, actually. I've never seen anything like that, and it was just really, really exciting.
After today's semifinal win, the Green Wave had one thing to say.
We're going to win state now.
In East Peoria, I'm Erica Anderson reporting for WEIU Sports Watch.